think we need like a hot chick for this video. No, just fucking with you, man. Hold up 1 minute before you watch this video, because I don't want you guys to watch a video that you didn't sign up for, and I don't want to bait anybody. This is a Steel Supplements product comparison / review video based on the most common DMs I get regarding Steel Supplements products. I know we have a lot of them. I am going to timestamp in the description when we're talking about certain products, so if you don't care about certain products, you don't have to listen to us talk about it. Paul Huh was nice enough to sit down with me and clean this video up, and I will warn you, I am a much better entertainer than I am educator. But hopefully this video cleans some stuff up for you, and go. All right, what's going on, guys? Robert Frank 615 here with the legendary Paul Huh, the man, the myth, the legend. So FAQ today, my DMs get blown up all the time. What's the difference between all the Andros from Steel? What's the difference between shredded and focused with Steel? And what's the difference between the charged and the amped with Steel? So we're going to start with the two pre-workouts that we have, which is the amped AF. My personal favorite is the black cherry sherbet, and the charged AF, which is my favorite, is the Candy Bliss right now. But the difference, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you know better than me, I just take the shit and don't even know what it does half the time. I just like the way it makes me feel, is the amped is a little bit stronger than the charged. I think they both have around 300 milligrams of caffeine, because that's what everyone wants us to know is, well, how much caffeine is in it? How much caffeine is it? But I would say that amped is a little bit more of like a kick. And what does it have in it? That
more of a brain stimulants and nootropics to kind of get you more mentally focused in.
Okay.
Rather, as both of them have the essentials of a pre-workout to get your blood flowing, vasodilation, to really get everything kind of flowing, get you in the moment, energized. But I would say the AMPS is a little bit more overpowering with the nootropics and just brain stimulants to really get you dialed in. And I personally, when I take it, I don't know if you experience, I mean, I saw you were sweating pretty hard the other day. But
oh, yeah.
When I take the AMP personally, I'll do a quarter scoop, and I noticeably, when I'm like really getting into it, I'm sweating pretty intensely with that. And I'm literally only taking a quarter scoop with that, mixed with like a pumped. And I get sweating pretty hard with that.
For sure, yeah, you definitely will sweat. And guys, you can rest assured, nothing in either one of these products is going to pop you on a drug test. I get that a lot too from like cops and firefighters, military, people that get drug tested at work. Is there anything in there that's going to get me in trouble? Everything has been taken out. So you guys are good with either the amped or the charged. That's it. Again, black cherry sherbet and Candy Bliss are my personal favorites, but fucking try them all. All right, next up is going to be the difference between shredded AF and focused AF. The way that I've been explaining this to the people that ask me, your shredded AF is more of your fat burner that you're going to take fasted cardio in the morning. You could even use it as a pre-workout if you want, but just don't mix it with amped and charged because you'll probably die, just keeping it real. Shredded is more of your fat burner that you would take like you would take any fat burner. The focused AF is more of your middle of the day when you need like that little spike in like focus, like where most people would grab a Red Bull, or if you're on the road and you stop at a convenience store and grab like a energy drink or something like that, you could always pop a focused, but that's just going to give you more of like the brain mental focus and alertness. So yeah. Do I have that right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would say the focus is definitely more of a wake up and get your day going, or like a 3 o'clock hour feeling kind of pick me up. The shredded is definitely more of a thermogenic. So it's definitely, when I take it, it heats up the core, and as its purpose is to mobilize fat cells and kind of burn up the fat in the daily activities of training. Some people even take it as like their morning coffee, which you can, but from personal experience, when I've taken it, especially on fasted, I get kind of jittery and shaky. I think the serving is 2 capsules. I only take 1. Yeah. I've never taken 2, like yet. I've yet to do that, and I'm a little bit skeptical of doing it myself, but a lot of people have a higher stimulus tolerance than I guess myself. So that's just something I recommend. If you're going to do it, use it as a pre-workout, test it out, try 1 pill first as it's recommended on the label. But yeah, the thermogenic factor is definitely going to heat you up, get you sweating, and as its intended purpose to mobilize the fat cells. So Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Definitely start with one capsule. If you're a caffeine junkie like me, even start with one capsule and then just see how, this bottle is, I think, 30 servings. Yeah, 30 servings if you're taking two capsules. So if you're only taking one capsule a day, that's going to last you 2 months. It's well worth the money. What I do, guys, is I have my morning coffee and I will do shredded, but that's just because it's me. And you guys see in my stories, I show it all the time. My morning stack is my coffee with the two shreddeds and whatever else, and then I'm off to the gym to do my fasted cardio. Don't do what I
It's
do.
Robert Frank.
Yeah, because I'm a rare breed. I have tiger's blood like Charlie Sheen. But definitely assess your tolerance, and you could use you can use this as a pre-workout. You could even use the Focus as a pre-workout. Definitely don't mix these two together or mix either one of them with Amped or Charged. All right, the next big question that I get from everybody is what are the differences with the Andros? The biggest DM I get is how do I put on size? Everybody wants to be jacked, tan, juicy AF, right? So if you're having a hard time gaining weight or if you're just hitting a plateau and you want to try some of the Andros, and again, guys, I always say this. I'm not going to judge you if you want to go the other way and you know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. By all means, go that route if you know what the hell you're doing. If not, and if you want to play it safe, and if you want to use shit that actually works, that you don't have to, get needles involved, we'll say, definitely go with the Ultimate Mass Stack. That is going to consist of, where's the 1 Andro? I like saying that first. The 1 Andro, the 4 Andro, and the 19 Nor Andro. This you could find on steelsup615.com under the Ultimate Mass Stack. Paul, tell people what they're going to get with this stack.
This is an all-encompassing kind of mass stack to boost testosterone in many different areas of the anatomy. So there's more of a water retention but in a good way, for synovial fluid, joint, support when you're training. If you're doing almost like a powerlifting style, or you're lifting pretty heavy, you're trying to lift heavy, it's going to boost up testosterone while providing nice joint support to where it's not going to have your muscles developing through the boost of testosterone, but lacking on the synovial fluid joint support to make it achy. When you start maximizing muscle growth, it's going to start pulling on your tendons and whatnot and everything. It's going to get a little painful if you're not doing it correctly, but this all encompasses that to make it just kind of work well.
People are even saying that they're gaining anywhere between, if they're doing their shit right and they're eating, that you can't take these products and not eat and not train and not sleep properly. It's just, that's with anything. Even if you're taking other stuff that we won't name, that stuff's not going to work either if you're not doing your shit behind the scenes correctly. Exactly. But 15, 20 pounds, our man Ray Worldwide, aka Ray Vegas, Jack Man with the permanent tan, only was taking the 1 Andro and put on that size. So imagine if he was taking the whole stack and doing what he was doing. He made crazy kind of gains. But this is the stack, guys, that you're going to go to when you want to put on that size. And definitely, I don't have it on hand, but Alpha AF would be good to have on hand too, right?
Post-cycle, yeah, absolutely. Alpha is going to be the post-cycle that you take to kind of balance out your hormones. So obviously, speaking to all the guys of yours, when you take these, you're boosting your testosterone. And after you run out, your testosterone is naturally going to want to kick up and figure out what it's doing, because you kind of artificially boosted it with this. So when it starts to come down, it's going to have a relapse effect of going in a negative way. So where the alpha comes in is it hits and it balances it out to where your normal homeostasis path was before you started all this. So it balances everything out. And like you were saying before, I've personally taken the 1 Andro. I haven't taken the 19 or the 4. The 4 is supposed to be, I guess, the biggest mass of the 3. But when you combine them all, you get the ultimate mass stack. But I've personally taken the 1. I've taken 2 months of that. And that's, again, like he's saying, you need to be eating, doing your hard training, no slacking off. Because you're taking this and you're eating McDonald's once a day and you're training maybe twice a week. You're not going to get these results that everybody's talking about.
Yeah. And then you're going to say, this shit's fugazi, Rob. Exactly. You're selling me bullshit. No, do the shit the right way.
Do the work. Do the homework and take these. And as long as you're on that path, I have a high doubt that you wouldn't see results, because I've personally taken, like I said, 2 months of that, eating 5 to 6 times a day, training 6 out of the 7 days a week. and I was able to put on a solid 11 pounds, staying pretty damn lean. And that's on the one Andro. It's one of the leanest Andros. That was some personal experience. So I know these work, and that's definitely what.
Another good thing that the one Andro provides as well is before we had the hard AF, the one Andro was a libido booster as well.
Yes.
So guys out there, if you're taking the one Andro, you may, if the wind blows the right way, you may notice that, you know, the sausage is, you know, starting to plump up a little bit. But we have hard AF now, and that's the I don't have that on hand, but you guys know I always talk about that. That is more specific for libido. But yeah, this is the stack you guys want to go to if you're trying to put on size. All right, guys, last but not least, we have the 7.3 Andro, the 3 Epi Andro, and the 17A Andro. The difference between these and the previous stack, the Ultimate Mass stack, these are more of your cutting agents. You're still going to, they're still going to boost testosterone, but
a little bit more on the leaner side, whereas the other side is going to be more of a water retaining for synovial joint support, whereas this one's more of like a leaner factor. And I think even the 3 Epi has a non-aromatizing agent built in, so it's not so, it kind of stabilizes out the testosterone within the stack, whereas like the other one needs the alpha. I would probably still recommend using the alpha post-cycle of this,
right?
But this kind of has that balancing agent within it, whereas the other one you would probably mandatorily need the alpha to balance out the testosterone stack.
Yeah, definitely. And I've taken all of these guys, and I will be honest with you, because you guys know I keep it real. I definitely did get some like joint pain with it in my elbows. But that is very common with similar products to these that are, you know, maybe not as easily accessible as these, but definitely a little bit of joint pain. So it feels like it dries you out. It's almost like sucks the water out of you. So definitely expect that. And if you want to take, what's that? You can get it over the counter at somewhere that helps with the joints. What is it, glutamine or something like that? Yeah, or something. You might want to boost up on that. Just have that on hand, just because of the joint pain.
Joint support would be definitely recommended, especially if you're doing heavier lifting, which you will be doing. When you boost testosterone, you're boosting muscle tissue, you're boosting the strength and everything. You want to have an extra little joint support for those heavier lifts and everything.
This is, I like to call this like the summer stack, because in the summertime, you have your shirt off more often, you're wearing tank tops more often, t-shirts, stuff like that, and you want to be a lot leaner. This is the stack that you want to go to. It's available, of course, at steelsub615.com. And thank you so much, Paul, for fucking cleaning this shit up for me, because a lot of times I don't know what I'm talking about. I just take the shit. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys.